Alright, so here's this putting stroke. That looks pretty good. Because right here, you want to come to that same spot right there, right around impact, where there's no increase in angle there. That's nice. That's what you want. Exactly. That's all it moves. Just turn your shoulders to not do anything except move the club by the turning of your shoulders. And then back to the full swing. Again, starting out today just a little more above it and a little close to it. And that's more what you want over there on our right. Just that much closer there on our right. And just a little bit taller in your setup. Over there on our right, the new blue. And then from face on, it didn't look too bad at all. Just a little bit longer than we'd really like. And the driver looked pretty similar. And from down the line, so that's why the misses would be right and left for you. Whereas when you're swinging your best, any misses that might occur would be to the left, which is what we want, the hook. Again, that's longer than we'd like. Here's the practice swing where you got shorter for sure. And then in addition to getting shorter, there we go, out on that plane line better. That was a long one, but you're sure on the plane line better. That was shorter. So there's the balls starting out to the right, but then within about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, like that, they start going straighter because you just made the adjustment with your release through impact. There's the shorter swing with the iron. Alright, so again, I really like what you're doing with your swing the last few weeks, and it's mainly because we started working on it last fall and the winter, where you got more comfortable with that shorter swing. And like we saw at range office hours, and you kind of watch that, Kaz, when you're out in California. She gets a little long and gives it that extra little twist of her wrist. Tell her to make it shorter, right, and get it back on plane. Right, exactly, absolutely. And if it starts going left and right, you know that you're probably above the plane. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied that things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.